All right, Shalom. Just want to start off by saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Want to give the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the Akim, spreading this truth throughout the four corners of this earth. It's Brother Asha Allah from the Great Millstone Des Moines camp, coming at you with a Lord willing, edifying lesson. And in today's lesson, we're going to go into what's more valuable than this wisdom. Okay? Because, hey, you look around the world, okay? Our people, or you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, really the whole world, man. Okay? They are so fascinated with the gold, the precious stones, the rubies, the diamonds, this, that, and the third, and all over social media. They like to flaunt it, right? They like to boast in it, put it before your face, this, that, and the third, man. But, hey, as good as those things may look, right, and as precious as those things might be in the earth, man, okay, it holds no value. It holds no value, right, when it comes to the wisdom of the scriptures, man. All right. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 5. It says, if riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? Okay. And hey, everybody wants to be rich, man. Okay. Everybody wants to have nice things. Everyone wants to have, the precious things, right, that this world can offer. All right. But it says, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? And if prudence work, who of all that is a more cunning workman than she? For if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teacheth temperance. Okay, so hey, this wisdom teaches self-control, right? And prudence, okay, gives you the foresight, okay, justice, all right. Hey, it teaches you what's right in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And fortitude, man, it gives you that moral strength, man. Okay, the ability to be steadfast, man, to be firm, okay, in your mind. It says, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life. Okay, so hey, these are the things that wisdom teaches, man. And it says, as men can have nothing more profitable. It says, as men can have nothing more profitable in their life. Okay. Hey, so this wisdom, hey, it's far beyond, right, this world, man. Okay. Really, the wisdom of the Bible is not of this world, man. It's it's from the heavens, okay? And we're gonna get that, but just want to jump to this Proverbs real quick. This Proverbs 4, in verse 7, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay. And if you read this in a different translation, man, it says what? It says, this is the beginning of wisdom, right? Right. To get wisdom, and it's supreme. Okay. And I like to read it in the AMP, right? Because it says, get wisdom, right? Get skillful and godly wisdom. It's preeminent. Okay. Meaning what? It surpasses all things, man. As we read in that Wisdom of Solomon, the 8th chapter, man, how it worketh all things, okay? All right, so hey, this wisdom surpasses all things, okay? It's the principal thing, and with wisdom comes what? Comes the understanding, okay? The application of it. All right, now some may say, hey, yeah, the wisdom of this, like, getting a college degree, okay, or going, for your bachelor's, or going for your doctorate, or going for your basically the wisdom of this world, man. Okay. But as you people are finding out that, the wisdom of this world amounts to nothing, man. Okay. It's just a certificate, a piece of paper saying, I'm obedient. All right. Just grab that real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3 in verse verse 19, it says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Okay. All right. So, hey, the wisdom of this world, it doesn't doesn't really amount to anything, man. All right. It says it's foolishness with the Most High, man. Okay. The wisdom, right? That's the principal thing is what? The wisdom of this Bible, man. The wisdom that comes from the heavens. Okay. Let's go back to that wisdom of Solomon, the 8th chapter. Okay. And scroll down to the last verse. It says, nevertheless, when I perceived that I could not otherwise obtain her, except the Most High gave her me. And that was a point of wisdom, also to know whose gift she was. I prayed unto the Lord and besought him with my whole heart. And I said, all right, and it goes into, the 9th chapter. But, grabbing this verse to show that wisdom is a gift, okay, that comes from the Most High, man. Okay, and it's a point of wisdom to even know, right, whose gift she is. All right, because this wisdom, it can't be found in this earth, man. All right, this wisdom that comes from the heavens. Okay, it shows us how to operate on this earth. Okay. Real quick, let me just go to this Job 28. Job 28, and I'll just start at verse 12. All right. And it says, but where shall wisdom be found? And where is the place of understanding? Man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. Okay, so hey, you can't put a price. You cannot put a price on this wisdom, man. All right, and it says, neither is it found in the land of the living. Okay, we read it in Wisdom of Solomon, the 8th chapter, the last verse, in which it shows where this wisdom comes from, man, and where it's at. Okay, it's with the Most High. It is a gift. Verse 14, it says, the depth saith, it is not in me, and the sea saith, it is not with me. It cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. Okay, so hey, it's going to go into how these stones, right? These precious stones, man, it's not comparable to this wisdom, man. All right, it says it cannot be gotten for gold, neither shall silver be weighed for the price thereof. It cannot be valued with the gold of Ophir, with the precious onyx, or the sapphire. The gold and the crystal cannot equal it, and the exchange of it shall not be for jewels of fine gold. No mention shall be made of coral or of pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. All right. So, hey, if you've been given this gift, okay, hey, you got the most precious, you got the most valuable gift on this earth, man. All right, verse 19, it says, the topaz of Ethiopia shall not equal it, neither shall it be valued with pure gold. Whence then cometh wisdom? And where is the place of understanding? Seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living, and kept close from the fowls of the air. Destruction and death say, we have heard the fame thereof with our ears. The Most High understandeth the way thereof, and he knoweth the place thereof. Okay. Hey, so this is knowledge. This is the wisdom of the heavens, man. Okay. The same wisdom that delivers you from pain, man. All right, we can go back to this Wisdom of Solomon 10. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 10 and verse 9, it says, but wisdom delivereth from pain those that attended upon her. All right, and we have the accounts of our forefathers, man. Okay. when they received and applied this wisdom, man, hey, they were delivered. Okay, the same wisdom that is going to be the stability, it's going to give us stability in the times that we're in. Okay, and in the times to come, man, where Jacob's trouble, is going to be in full effect, man. It's going to be 100% judgment everywhere. Okay, let's grab that. This is Isaiah 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times." Right? This is what's going to keep us firm, is what's going to keep us stable. Okay, because everyone else is going to bug out, man. Everyone else is going to be dwelling in torments, man. All right. Everyone else, man, they're going to lose their wits, man. Okay. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure," man. All right. Because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All right. Let me just grab another precept, just to show what this wisdom is. This is Deuteronomy. All right. Let's see. This is Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, and I'll start the fifth verse. It says, "Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom." All right. "And your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." Okay. So these, right, law, statutes, and commandments, all right, these precepts, all right, which are written throughout the book. Okay, this is you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is your wisdom. This is your understanding. All right, as it says in this, get it real quick. This is Sirach 24. I'm going to just start at the first verse, and I'm going to jump down to the 8th verse just to get to the point. All right, starting at the first verse, just to show you that this is talking about wisdom. Okay, it says, "Wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people." Okay, jumping down to the 8th verse, it says, "So the creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thine inheritance in Israel." Okay, so this book, right, this wisdom, okay, these scriptures, all right, it's only meant for the Israelites, man, not for no other nation. Okay, and when these other nations hear these things, right, these laws, statutes, and commandments, right, as it says in that Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, man, surely this is a wise and understanding people, man. Okay, and there's nothing more valuable on this earth than this wisdom, man. Okay, the same wisdom that's going to keep you stable in these times that we're in. All right, that's going to be your strength of salvation. Okay. Wow, we can go here real quick. This is Proverbs. Let's see. Proverbs 11 and verse 4 says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath." Okay, so it doesn't matter how much money you got. No matter how high and exalted you got in this society, man, and the wealth you accumulated, man. It doesn't matter in the day of wrath, man. All right, you can't bribe the Lord. You can't buy him off. Okay, he's not looking for the precious stones, the wealth, the things accumulated in this life. No. It says, "But righteousness delivereth from death," man. And what is our righteousness? It's the faith. The faith that we have in Yahweh Shai, man. All right. And he is the word made flesh. Okay. He is the volume of the book, man. Okay. Hey, so hopefully, this was edifying, and showing you, hey, there's nothing more valuable on this earth than this wisdom, man. And while everyone else is storing up these, you know, these treasures on earth, okay? Everyone else is, going after the riches of this life, man, and they're going to soon find out that it mounted to nothing, man. Going to soon find out that, it was all vain. Okay, while those that have this wisdom, right, this knowledge and understanding, okay, they're going to be protected. They're going to be taken care of in these times, man. All right. Hey, so Lord willing, this is edifying. Just want to end it off by saying, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachah want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and salutations to Hophalek and the Akim, spreading his truths throughout the four corners of this earth. Shalom.